Hi, this tutorial is to talk about how to use the research tools within Google Docs to do research for your TechWiki project. At this point you already have your two terms that you chose to do research about, and right now you have the setup for the term description, the research, and the questions section. So the easiest way to do research using Google Docs is to just use the built-in tools. There's obviously other ways to go about doing it, but if you highlight the term that you're looking for, the word, you can right-click on it, choose Research, and then that term. You'll end up with a lot of results over here. So what you want to look for is something that fits your word properly. A lot of times Wikipedia will show up early in your searches, so I'm okay with using Wikipedia as long as it's not your only source that you're using for information. So I'm going to start with using that. The next step of it is that if you're going to take information, but you don't have to take big chunks of information. In fact, you don't want to, because it's going to make it very hard when you do your own term description if this is all in paragraphs and long sentences. What we want to do is break it up to small bits. So if I go back here, I'm going to start off with the first sentence in the description, which is essentially a definition of the term. Copy that, and I am going to paste it in as a sentence initially, but then I want you to break these sentences up into pieces of information. I don't really need this part here. I need to know that it's a web application, which is a piece of information on its own, so I'll just use bullets to separate this into pieces, which allows people to add, modify, or delete content. And then I'm going to put this in the third bullet. So what essentially I'm doing here is breaking up this information from a sentence that someone else put together into the important pieces of information, so that later on I can put it in my own words up here. Finally, after you've taken all the information from a particular page, if I get more information here, at the end of it, what I want you to do is to cite that resource. And this built-in research tool really has an easy way to cite things. So if I took this information from this link, all I have to do is hover over it and choose the Cite button. It'll put a little footnote in, and then at the end of the document it will put a MLA style format citation for it, so which I can use for references or bibliography section later on. So for today, what you need to do is focus on getting research, breaking it into bits, and then making sure you cite each page or resource that you get information from.